Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at my newest custom, which is the PlayArtSky Variant Wolverine, one of my all-time favorite figures. I absolutely love this one. Obviously, it's not perfect, it's a PlayArts figure. Let's not go crazy here, but it's a super fun figure, and I'm very happy to have been able to make this custom, because this is a repaint, making it the X-Force version, my interpretation of the X-Force version of the Variant Wolverine. My customer really liked the figure as well, and he wanted to have the X-Force to go with the plain old colors, obviously. So he'd seen my previous PlayArts customs, and then obviously my customs in general, and I guess he decided I was the guy to go with. And so, Mickey, thanks for choosing me to make your custom. I'm very happy to have done it. I love this figure, and I love the X-Force colors, and I love painting. I love painting the PlayArts figures, just because there's so much to do. I get to really go to town on these guys when I get to do a paint job. So anyway, I'll give you a quick rundown of it. It's just a paint job, but he ended up going with one of the knockoffs because obviously you can get them for fairly low prices, and they're made fairly well, and that's kind of suitable for doing a repaint anyway. You don't necessarily need to have a legit figure as long as the joints are solid, and they are. But anyway, it's not 100% as good. Like the sculpts are a little bit softer, and then like the paint was kind of gloppy in places, so I kind of had to deal with that a little bit. But for the most part, it was okay enough to paint over, so that was fine. But he basically just said, go to town, do whatever you want with it. I would like to have varying finishes in the figure, and I'm like, you don't have to worry about that. You guys know, if you've seen my customs before, I love to do different types of finishes on a figure. It really makes them pop, and so that's what I did. This guy has, let's see, three different shades of gray, and of course those shades are all varying from gloss to flat to satin to matte, different places, different finishes. Then we also have gloss, flat, satin, and metallic black. And then we also have the darker silvery gunmetal color. And then we have a lighter silver. And then we have a glossy metallic dark red and a semi-glossy, semi-metallic lighter red. And I think that might be it. And then of course there's there's some dry brushing, there's some flat painting, regular painting on there. So I just kind of I went to town with the sculpt, doing whatever I wanted to do to make it look cool, and that's what he said to do, and he's super psyched, and honestly, I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I wish I could keep, sometimes I make a custom, and it's not of a character I particularly care for or something like that, and it's cool and all, but I don't have any personal connection. But for this guy, I would be more than happy to just keep it. So, sorry, Mickey, I'm just going to keep it. Thank you for paying me to make a figure for myself. No, obviously I'm going to send it to him, but anyway, let's go ahead and just talk about it a little bit. We don't need to be fancy about taking them off the stand or anything, because we're not doing a proper review, obviously. I'm just showing you guys what I did. So as you can see, as you get a little bit closer, there's just different colors basically everywhere. But the key to it, at least as far as I'm concerned, is to do that, but to keep everything balanced. You don't want it to look too gaudy. And obviously when you have different panels like this, a lot of people said this figure was over-designed, and I imagine those people would hold that it's still over-designed and gaudy, but I would hold that this is keeping in line with the PlayArts variants, and it looks fantastic. But of course, that's because I made it, and I made it to the way my customer wanted, and anyway. So for like the head, for instance, the main paneling up here is like the lighter gray with black line work. But then we have the gunmetal color here, flat black for the lower part of his face. And then we have the glossy black up here. We have some more satin black in the back here. I like to vary it as much as I can to give a nice dynamic look to it. So that's pretty much what I did there. We have the dry brushing darker gray in there for the neck, and some pieces down there, some more flat black in there, metallic with little bits of red. It's just, I tried to vary it as much as I could without going overboard, and this is how it turned out. I didn't want to put a whole lot of red in. I know red is a little bit, just a very tiny bit in his suit, in his traditional outfit, and obviously with armored up crazy look like this, I wanted to get a little bit more in there, but I kept it just super basic to the line work on the belt and the belt buckle, these little tiny like spiky things, and then just buckles in the pants and gloves. That's really it. I didn't want to do a whole lot of red. Oh, I did do a little bit in the back, just because his back was kind of an afterthought in the design process when they were making it. You can tell it's a lot more basic than everything else, and that's fine. But he does have these really cool like beads of piping or whatever. I don't know what you want to call that. Line stitching? I don't know. It's not stitching. Whatever it is, he's got these lines down here, so I painted those up in red. Did one up here as well. So, just kind of went through. Oh yeah, I added a little bit in here because his armor had these weird inset pieces, and I don't really know what those are supposed to be. So I thought it'd be cool to have it like there's some like red underneath part, underneath the silver or the gray armor. Who knows? Whatever. I doubt when they were making this design, they were like, practically speaking, what is that part under there? I don't think anybody cares. It just looks cool, so they put it in there. So I colored it, and that's all there really is to it. That's what I did. I went through, you know, dry brushing, flat painting, that kind of thing, just to give them the right kind of look. Then we do have the alternate head, same paint job, essentially, just with the angry face. And we do have all of his different hands. There's a whole bunch of different hands. They all got painted up and done up as well, but obviously I don't need to show you all those because you're not buying this. You just want to see the custom work. And so there it is. There's my paint job for the Play Arts Kai Variant Wolverine. And that'll do it, guys. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up almost every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.